Hello, it's Mindless Insanity 602, short, few minutes after my Day 7 review of Rawhead Rex. Shortly after that recording, and the next 4 reviews, which I'm gonna spread them out, are gonna be of each one of the Tremors films. Anyways, anyways, in this video we're gonna be talking about the first Tremors, which is a 1999 PG-13 96-minute comedy horror science fiction film from Ron Underwood. Anyways, Tremors is a film that that is apparently it just, it's a film. Tremors, is about these people, these underground monsters called graboids. I think that the graboids were shall I say, the graboids are, I don't know, they didn't really give a major explanation about them, but the film is just ultimately about Kevin Bacon and his friend Fred Ward's character. They are a couple of knuckleheads. They're a couple of knuckleheads that, they're a couple of knuckleheads. They get along and they, make funny jokes. Kevin Bacon's actually pretty awesome about this film. It's something awesome about this film is Kevin Bacon, has some liveliness to him. It didn't really seem present in his performance in the original Friday the 13th. But you have that, and you just hang out with these characters. You have the people who, you meet up with, the big Asian fella, which he's pretty humorous. You meet up with, some few people, and then, you see, it slowly reveals to you, us, the viewers, that, of people, getting on top of phone wires, phone towers, or whatever, phone towers, and, people are on the phone towers, fighting for their lives, fighting for their, trying to stay off ground. Not, technically fighting for their lives, because they're trying to stay off ground. Some of them, get the smart idea to go onto rocks, and if you go onto a rock, you don't get exposure. Kevin Bacon, wrapped up some dynamite, and, was throwing it to the monster, or the graboids. And after he, that failed attempt at throwing it, it flinged it back, and, whatever. You get that, and then, the film ends happily ever after. They try to stop the graboids, or whatever the fuck you'd like to call them. I tend to, say they're monsters, but I don't know what the hell they are. What would you classify them other than the titles that they were presented in the film? What would be the defining characteristic of said creatures, whatever? Yeah. Overall, you get that, and then, get this very attractive girl who, you know, steps in and helps them a little bit, and, you know, they basically, it's a big old survival flick. The graboid designs, I understand, is pretty much, you shouldn't really be expecting much. It's pretty much kind of like, you know, piss poor designs of the graboids. Graboids don't really look visually appealing to me. They look, you know, pretty fake. Yeah, I can at least say that the graboids and the first Tremors have a little bit more production value to them, than the creatures that are present in the second or even third or fourth films. Those look pretty bad. The graboids in the first Tremors look pretty bad. Yeah, they just look pretty awful in their designs. But in this kind of thing, you need to set aside, you know, your expectations. And it's hard, and it's kind of a fucked up thing, but you gotta set aside your expectations for this kind of film. You know what it's attempting to do is attempting to, you know, be a homage to like the 50s and 60s monster flicks. I haven't seen much of those, but I know that's trying to be a homage to those, so I get where it's going at, and I get that you're not supposed to necessarily judge the horrible creature effects. And the characters are fairly, you know, decent. They're not horrible to be around. They're fun. They're fun to be around. Kevin Bacon, you know, he does some really good shit. You get some really humorous stuff. And all in all, I think of this film, the Tremors films have a hidden layer of horror into them, so that's the reason why I even, you know, watch them, because they have a hidden level of horror hidden throughout the films. Although they feel more of like action comedies, but the first one definitely has some horror things about it. The fourth one the first and fourth one feel, but we'll get to that. Anyways, I marginally recommend you check out Tremors. It's not a bad flick. It's, you know, it's not really horrible. Give it a check out. I think that you'll be mildly pleased with it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I shall return within a few minutes with my review of Tremors 4, and I meant Tremors 2, and then after that I'm going to do Tremors 3 and 4, and then, because I might, you know. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. Do the liking, do the subscribe, and do all that fun shit. See you within whatever day. Bye.